I am Peggy Stevens. I am the president of the Inflammatory Breast Cancer Foundation, or also known as Erase IBC. And inflammatory breast cancer is the most aggressive and rare kind of breast cancer known at this point. This is a pretty rare kind of breast cancer. It makes up of 2 to 5% of all breast cancers diagnosed in a year. So that's not very many. Just hypothetically, there's 100,000 diagnosed in a year, which is way more than that, but just for ease of a number, if you take only 2 to 5% of that and you divide that among all the states, that's very few people diagnosed in a year. I'm sure people want to know why. What's the difference about IBC compared to regular breast cancer? Why is it so rare? Why are you making such a big deal about this? Why do you keep talking about this, Peggy? If you know me, that's all I talk about, right? Well, it is completely different. One of the main things that you'll notice right off the bat, generally, they don't have a lump. So the old thing is, you have to have a lump in order to have breast cancer. No, you don't. Well, if it hurts, it's not breast cancer. Not true. IBC can hurt. So this one shows up all on the outside. The breast can get red, hot, warm to the touch. The breast can get swollen. There could be a rash that looks like a bug bite. It could just be a rash. The nipple can be inverted, and the skin will tend to look like the peel of an orange, or it's called peau d'orange. This is completely different than normal breast cancer. One of the things that I've learned in my time of advocating, educating, being the survivor is there's different types of people, but some people are the kind that will stick their head in the sand and say, I don't want to know anything about this. I have cancer. That's it. I don't really care. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know the statistics, which is great. It's their choice. That's great. Other people want to know absolutely every single solitary detail about their cancer and become research kings and queens. That's great too. Some people want to help other people. So how can they do that? They can go to Fight Cancer Global, to their website, to share not just inflammatory breast cancer information. Go on there and share everything else. There may be another kind of cancer or another kind of cause that's on there that speaks to them. I know that in the last 12 years, I have seen more nonprofits pop up, more like GoFundMe was not even a thing, I don't think, 12 years ago. People like to help. When I was initially diagnosed, I didn't want any help. I am the strong, independent person. That's just my personality. I wasn't the type that was going to roll over, curl up in a ball, and just that was it. That just isn't me. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to use my voice, and I'm going to help educate anybody I possibly can. So let's go to Fight Cancer Global and do the same thing. Let's get these people empowered and say, I can help. It feels good to help. My sister got mad at me when I didn't want any kind of help. And I had to also look back on it and say, okay, I was a little stressed out, a little overwhelmed, but most people in general want to help other people. The patient needs the help, and the caregivers or their loved ones, whether they're living in the house or not, want to help. It makes you feel good. It gives you a warm heart to know that you're helping somebody in time of need. Let's get these people and get them to your, the Fight Cancer Global website and use that. Let's get them to take care of cancer. And if not, let's just educate everybody we can about every kind of cancer. Everyone. I don't care if you're a doctor, a patient, if you are a grocery store clerk. I don't care if you're 10 almost. My son knew everything. I didn't want him to know it, but he did. And considering our type of cancer, doesn't have any age bracket that it's hitting a certain age. Standard breast cancer is the older breast cancer, probably 60 and up. We've known 16-year-olds who have had this. We've known 80-year-olds. Okay, fine, but let's get it out there. Let's make sure everybody knows. We all know about colds and sinus infections and bronchitis. Let's make all kinds of cancer and their symptoms just as common knowledge.